Fantomen.
Review.
Another Fantomen review with me. This time it is a somewhat special episode because it's the softcover book of the year. It is looking great with this amazing cover by Luca Erbetta, and it is glossy in some parts and matte in others, which I think makes it look really cool. This year the softcover book has a western theme, quite a lot like the annual 2018 Frew issue 1802. It is called In the Land of the Lawless, but in Swedish then. It features some story. Here is the foreword by Andreas Eriksson. The first story is The Phantom Cowboy by Falk, Berry, George Olesen and Keith Williams. It was the last Barry story, and I think it's a really good story for being a newspaper story from that period. I think it has a lot of action, and yeah, I enjoyed it quite well. Then the next story is called, let's see where it starts. Spökbyn, the Massacre, also by Falk and Berry. Sunday story from 1972, and we see some supernatural elements, but not too much. I think it is a lot, but I think it's done in a good way, so I think it's okay. Then it's Wagon Master by Granberg, Janne, Lundström and Özcan Eralp, and its follow-up story The Indianhataren by Janne, Lundström and Özcan Eralp. These two stories are quite connected through the use of Jonah Blackbird. I think it's a bit of a shame that there's no explanation why Jonah went from trying to find a new home for him and his friends, the free slaved, and becoming a soldier in the US Army. It just happens. And but I mean, it's two solid stories. After that we get, let's see here, Terror in the Desert by Janne, Lundström and Özcan Eralp, also from the 70s. And we also get, as a last story, Badlands by Özcan Eralp, both text and images. And I mean, this is the first Swedish publication of this story. It was first published in Kisselmaske and then in Frew, and now this basically Swedish story comes to Sweden. I think that's quite fun, and we see the 17th Phantom getting married with Mary and how they meet. My final thought as this book as a whole is that this is probably my favorite of the softcover books of all they have done, because the theme is so much stronger than the other ones, and I think that makes it more likely that I want to re-explore it, because the themes in the other ones have been quite loose. And I hope the following books, I hope they continue doing these books, and I hope they also have this strong theme as this one. Happy Fantoming.